What's good, y'all? Welcome to Ready to Tape. And today we're going to be talking about Davante Adams and our Las Vegas Raiders. We're coming off of a devastating loss against the Arizona Cardinals, dropping to 0-2. But what was the mistakes going on? Because the moment that game ended, there was finger pointing. Josh McDaniels, Derek Carr, it was the defense. But we haven't taken a second to think about maybe there's some things that we still need to work on. Maybe this team is just new. We have a new head coach. We have a lot of new weapons on the offensive side of the ball, and we still have to continue to build that cohesion. And I think Arizona game really showed that. And I'm going to bring up a play in this video. But first, if you guys can, make sure to hit that like button. Go make a play. Hit that subscribe button if y'all can. If you want to see more videos like this, and don't forget to check out Redemption Brand if y'all want to check out some Pillar Series gear that just dropped. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Let's get into it. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I've seen some controversy talking about this play on how Derek Carr supposedly missed this throw. And although you can say he didn't miss a throw because he should have thrown it to where the wide receiver was going to be, I think there was some miscommunication and lack of chemistry between these two that we would think are on the same page at all times. We think that they're going to be able to go out there and be able to have the eye contact and read each other's minds and make a play. But I don't think that's the case. It's been almost 10 years since they played together. And at that point, we're going to really have to figure out whether or not these two are going to be able to keep it up and continue to build their chemistry. Because when you watch this play, Davante Adams has a breaking in route. And all the Raiders had to do was make one play to win this game, really, if you think about it. In overtime, we're in field goal range because the defense stops the Cardinals and gives the ball back. And before regulation, the defense stopped them on downs to where we end up throwing it 3 times for on a 24-second drive. Now we're in overtime. Now it's crunch time where Derek Carr and Davante Adams, we paid these guys the big bucks. They get paid the most out of anybody on this team. We expect them to make these plays. But when you watch this, Davante Adams has a breaking in route about 20 yards downfield, and he ends up missing the communication with Derek Carr to where Carr wants him to sit. Former Raiders wide receiver Bryce Butler picks up on conversation and unnecessary roughness with Q. Shout out to Q and Unnecessary Roughness. Go check them out on podcasts. And he says that Davante Adams misses that read and Derek Carr actually got it right. And you've seen the body language of Davante Adams after that play, where he puts his head down, he kind of shrugs, he kind of shakes and is frustrated. But is he frustrated with Carr or himself? Take a listen.
Glad that we're talking about Davante Adams because there was a play late in the game where Carr tried to hit him on a pretty deep shot. Yeah, that deep cross, and it was behind him, and I said something about it, but you kind of corrected me because you said this is what I saw. Explain to us what you saw on that play.
Davante's in the middle of the field. He looks like he's wide open, but he has to run his route, right? I mean, eventually Davante and Derek get on that like crazy page in which, okay, the middle of the field's wide open. I can just turn around and he can just throw it to me. You know, that takes time, right? That's comfortability. That's coaches, being trustworthy of the players and, vice versa. He was running a deep cross, and there's a safety over top, and there's a guy on the numbers that was coming down because he saw Davante running that deep cross, and he saw that he was open. So he basically left his spot, his zone spot, to come down and try to either smack Davante or catch a pick if the ball was led too far outside. Derek saw that. So when Davante turned his head around to the quarterback, Derek was trying to push. He could just kind of turn around if he was slowing down a little bit. If he could just turn around and, maybe plant his feet a little bit and catch it. Like, I saw exactly what Derek saw, and it just didn't work out. And I think Davante looked like he was real frustrated after because I feel like he felt it too after the incomplete. Like, yeah, I know what you was doing.
Now, this may not be the case because when you watch the play, it definitely seems like Derek Carr was putting at a spot to where he could save his receiver from getting beat on a tackle, getting hit, getting destroyed on the tackle, and where he could easily make a catch and fall to the ground. You're in field goal range. You go out and you win the game. So these two still have to build that chemistry, and it shows here. The first game they go out and he blows it out the water. He has over 100 yards. He has double-digit catches. He has a touchdown. But then comes to this game, has less than 50 yards, has less than 5 catches, and although he does have a touchdown. So you guys let me know down in the comments, is it too early to hit the panic button on these two, or is it still early? We know they played together, but do we give them time to build that chemistry again, to really have that eye contact, read each other's mind kind of mindset to where they're going to be able to go out there and make those plays when the season goes on and transpires. Let me know that in the comments what you guys think. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Don't forget to hit that like button and check out Redemption Brand if you want to check out any gear. Everybody pulling up on us. Until next time, raid the tape.